neighbor, my name is Hannah. Welcome back to my channel, Pretty Hippie Me, and today I'm very excited because we're doing something a little bit different. If you were here for summer of 2020 during lockdown, during quarantine, you may remember that I went through this phase of Disney bounding. I was really enjoying turning myself into the plus size version of these beloved but traditionally skinny characters. I have a whole list if you want to go watch those videos. But I've been reflecting on that time, and as spring approaches, I've been thinking, wouldn't it be fun to do something similar, except a little bit different? So building on that desire to transform myself into somebody new, rather than Disney bounding, I'm going to transform myself into someone who needs no introduction, Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift is an American singer, songwriter, actress, dancer, musician, artist, advocate, generally an icon of the millennial generation, I would say. I've been thinking a little bit more about her ever since she put out her Folklore and Evermore albums because of their base in fantasy and because I grew up with heavy fantasy influences in my life, as well as the fact that I watch a lawyer on YouTube named Emily D. Baker. She's wonderful, go subscribe. I've been watching her since she started covering the Tati Westbrook lawsuits, and she started also covering the Taylor Swift Evermore lawsuits, which now there's 2 of them. It's crazy, there's a lot going on. It's very interesting. Definitely go watch the channel. I will link some Emily videos below so you can get the scoop on what's going on. So I guess you can say this most recent era of Taylor Swift has been connecting with me more because of the fantasy element and because she just is on my radar more with these lawsuits. So I thought a good way to pay homage and to try to dress up as Taylor would be to try to transform myself into the version, the era of Taylor on her Evermore album cover. And I already share some similarities with her by being a white female, by being 5'11", just like her, and by honestly living kind of close to where she actually lives. As you can imagine, transforming little old me into plus size Taylor Swift was quite a process, so I'm going to take you on that process with me. Before we do that, if you like this idea, if you like this video, I hope that you give it a like and subscribe. I also want to take a moment for our traditional Fashion Friday small creator shout out. And today's small creator shout out is for Thick Thighs and Butterflies, an Instagram influencer who I literally cannot believe is under 3,000 followers. I have really enjoyed following her because she's super body positive and just positive in general. Most of her pictures has her smiling, and she's always talking about self-love, ownership of your own body, body positivity, all the things that I need on my Instagram feed every day for sure. So if you have Instagram, let's help get her to 3,000 followers or more because she absolutely deserves them. And look at this super cute video. I can't get over it. So let's all go follow at Thick Thighs and Butterflies, get her to 3,000 followers or more, and now let's get back to the video. To begin the transition, the transformation to a plus-size version of Taylor Swift on the Evermore album, the first thing I had to transform was my hair. Obviously, I needed to get that iconic French braid going on. Unfortunately, I don't know how to French braid. I had to look up a tutorial to put the braid together for this look, so let's go see how that went. I'm at work right now. And here's how it looks from the front. My first ever French braid. Let me know how it is in the back, because that's what matters more. Honestly, this was not a bad French braid, especially for my very first time doing one behind my head. But because I saw it looking so good the first time I tried it, I was like, ooh, I bet next time it'll be even better. I just looked at my footage. It looks okay. For a first time, not bad. I'm gonna try it again, but I think that no matter what, these pieces will always fall out just because they're so much shorter than the rest of my hair, but I'll give it another go. And so I tried redoing it. It just got worse and worse and worse. I know it's getting messy back there. And after I did it like 4 or 5 times, I just gave up because my fat arms were getting tired because my biceps and triceps are weak right now. It also did not help that I had no mirror, so the only way that I could see what I was doing and how it looked was by doing this behind the head camera thing. after I had done my braid. I decided to go home and figure it out when I got home. If you're ever wondering, like, how's my arm strength doing? Try French braiding your hair, I guess. It's a good litmus test. Hi, this is Editing Hannah. I just wanted to jump in and actually finish that story because I didn't while I was filming. When I got home, I was all in a panic. I was contemplating not even doing this video, not even doing this whole transformation because the braid is so iconic and I couldn't figure out how to do the braid on my own. And I got home and I expressed my upset to my boyfriend, and he was a really big helpful support to me by just saying, like, well, if we're gonna do this, then we have to figure it out right now. And he didn't let me get all caught up in my feelings. I showed him the tutorial, and for a minute he was gonna try to braid my hair, and then he was struggling just like I was because he's never braided normal braids, let alone French braids. Basically, we worked together as a team to French braid my hair together. Ironically, it still didn't come out as good as the very first braid that I did. Just goes to show you how sometimes perfectionism can bite you in the butt. When you do something well the first time, sometimes you should just leave it. Once my boyfriend helped me master the French braid, I got to step number 2 of the transformation, my makeup. Looking at the different photos from Taylor's photo shoot, you can see that her makeup is very minimal, very natural, and in a way kind of one note, one tone, not a bunch of blush and contour and highlight and shimmers, but is very natural, matte. It's much more about her than it is about her makeup. So in order to imitate Taylor's blank canvas kind of natural face, I just covered my face in my go-to concealer, my e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer, without any blush, contour, or highlight. So in all of the photos, Taylor's eyes are open, she's looking upward at the camera, or to the side, but otherwise her eyes are open, so I can't really see what color is on her lid, but I can see a defined crease, and it looks like there's some kind of an eye line. Maybe they used an eyeline pencil or an eyeshadow with a brush. And it looks like she has mascara on, or she has very luxurious natural lashes. So kind of estimating from what I see and what I don't see, like I don't see a lot of bright colors, I don't see a lot of glitter and shimmer and shine. I'm just going to do a very basic eye look. I'm going to use my contour under my chin a bit. I'm almost done with my makeup. The last thing I obviously need to do is my lips, but I'm going to go eat something really quick before we leave to take these photos. So I'm going to eat something, I'm going to get dressed, and I'll see you at the shoot location. Once I had the hair, the makeup, and the outfit all together, my boyfriend and I drove over to a location that he thought of where we could get the photos. Dressing like Taylor from this album cover was a little bit harder than I hoped it would be. Basically, the only thing of note that Taylor is wearing is this oversized wool pea coat with like a burnt orange and very dark brown plaid. I really thought that I could go to like a Goodwill or a Kohl's or a JCPenney or something and find a coat kind of similar to that, at least, that fit me. Like, I thought I was just gonna walk into a store and find a coat that was the right style, the right color palette, long enough, all of that. That was silly of me to think because, like I said, I'm 5'11", I'm plus size. If you know me, if you've been on the channel for a while, you know I have hips, and hips are difficult to fit inside of coats sometimes. So what I ended up doing was getting a black and white plaid coat that I found at Goodwill. It was a little bit too small for me, but it at least fit the vibe. And I paired that with a burnt orange color scarf to at least reference the orange plaid on Taylor's coat. That's a pretty tree house.
Tree house?
Yeah, do you see
The little thing?
house behind the pile of wood?
Oh, the little birdhouse?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Alright, gotcha. Looking for the platform up in a tree.
I also noticed that Taylor is wearing a dark forest green or hunter green turtleneck, so I pulled out my own from ModCloth. Mine is glittery and sparkly, but it's the right color, so I just decided to go with it, and that would be my own little touch of my own style. Now Taylor's coat is much longer on her than mine is on me, so I didn't know exactly what leggings or jeans or what she was wearing, so I just kind of estimated, and I thought she might wear blue skinny jeans, so that's what I wore, as well as my favorite dark brown heeled combat boots. And as it turns out, she was wearing brown combat boots, which I didn't even notice until I saw this photo of her. You can actually see her shoes because she's walking in like slightly shorter grass.
She's got them. She's got brown combat boots.
Me and Taylor, we're on the same wavelength. So that's how we arrived at this interpretation of Taylor's Evermore album cover look. At the little park that my boyfriend suggested, there were lots of fun places to take moody, Evermore-esque photos. And since we went at sundown, we got some nice moody lighting out of the deal as well. As fun as this rock wall was, we needed to find a setting closer to what Taylor took her photos in, a field with a distinct tree line in the background. That's why my boyfriend had chosen this park for us to visit. Looking at Taylor's album cover brought him back to this particular location. The only issue with taking these photos in the spring instead of in the fall like her is that according to my boyfriend, the grass is usually much taller in this field than it was right now in the early spring coming out of winter. But let's just all use our imaginations and pretend the grass is a lot taller, okay? Once we were in the right field, we got to work recreating Taylor Swift's iconic Evermore album cover.
Drawing on all my music video experience to give you the best possible shots here.
We started with the braid photo, and as we know, my braid was not perfect. I saw this photo with my messy hair and took another one with my braid a little neater, but I have to say I like the photo of the messy braid a little better. I love how the sundown sky was making the trees look really orange and bringing in the orange element to the photo that I could not bring in with my black and white coat. Next, we replicated this wide shot of Taylor standing in a field. Again, I thought this would be easier than it was, but the subtleties of this pose made it very specific. However, I'm really happy with the end result photo that we got. We recreated some other photos from the shoot that didn't make it on the album cover, like this wistful close-up, which made it worthwhile that I had recreated Taylor's makeup, including her brown lip, and this full body shot. And I have to say, I probably like these two photo recreations even more than the album cover recreations. And in the process of taking these photos, there were some outtake photos that didn't quite fit the bill, but that I really like and I'm going to keep.
Cool. Yay.
See, if she hadn't been so sullen in the photo shoot, we could have done some nice, like, tree photos.
Enjoyment, yeah.
With our photo shoot complete and the light fading, it was time to go home. Thank you for helping me.
Yeah.
So I don't know about you guys, but I say mission accomplished on that one. I had a really fun time putting this look together and trying to transform myself into plus-size Taylor Swift. Do you think that I did it well? What would you have done the same or differently? Would you like to see more plus-size versions of celebrity ladies? Is this interesting to you? This genre of celebrity bounding, I guess. Let me know in the comments below. While you're down there, I do hope that you like this video, subscribe to my channel, join the neighborhood, keep in touch with what's going on. I always like hearing from you guys. The neighborhood is growing. Join the comments, join the fun. Anyway, it's late at night for me because I have to get up at 2:30 in the morning. So I need to get going, but thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate you and your time and the fact that you are spending your time here with me. I will see you next for Makeup Monday. So much love. Bye. Every single emergency vehicle in our town is going by right now. Thanks. Okay. Okay.
2,
Yeah.
1.
Yep. Oh!